we to perform a very simple task. The president of the Ghana General Association will be addressing this morning's press conference. It's basically to do with some key issues and very important things we are doing. First of all, I need to let you know that this press conference is organized by the Media Coalition Ghana, and the Media Coalition comprises of the Ghana Journalists Association, the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, the Private Newspapers and Online News Publishers Association of Ghana, and then the New Media Association of Ghana. So these four media groupings form the Media Coalition. And as you may know, we have been addressing very important issues on the media front of late. Before we start, please permit me to introduce the personalities seated on the virtual high table. You can't see it, but the high table is there. May I first of all introduce the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Mr. Albert Kwaradonfo. And then may I also introduce the president of the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, Mr. Cecil Supanes. I will also want to introduce the vice president of the Private Newspapers and Online News Publishers Association of Ghana, Mr. Michael Ejim. Then we also have here with us the executive secretary of GJA, in the person of Gloria Hiaji. Gloria, forgive me. Then we also have here with us the National Organizing Secretary of the Ghana Journalists Association, Dominic Ploddy, very hard working. And if you have your accreditation, it is because of his hard work. He has been in charge of media accreditation and other important things we have been doing. Dominic, thank you very much. Other national executives of the GJA will be joining us. When they do, I will introduce them to you. Then we have a very important guest in our midst, and President in this address will tell us why he is here. But it will interest you to know that we have the executive chairman of GJA Group, Mr. Alex Dade, here in our midst. Very distinguished personality. And I said, GJA President will tell us why he's here. So without much ado, and my humble self, I'm Kofi Ewa, the General Secretary of the Association. Without much ado, may I invite the President of the Ghana Journalists Association to address the press conference on behalf of the Media Coalition of Ghana. President.
Good morning, members of the media, representatives of the Media Coalition Ghana, distinguished media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation at this very short notice. Indeed, we expect every media house to have its rep or reporter stationed here at the National Media Coalition Center. We thank God voting started across the country this morning in this year's elections. The Electoral Commission has started with its media briefing, and we want to commend them for the successes chopped so far, even though it's early days yet, or it's early hours yet. Reports from our election volunteers across the country indicate that exercise has been generally smooth. We wish to once again commend the Electoral Commission for this outcome. However, we have also received reports of some challenges at various polling stations. For instance, in the Ayawaso Central Constituency in the Greater Accra region, many of the polling stations did not have the full complement of EC officials at post at the time of our visit. Some even have only 2 EC officials doing the job of 5 EC officials, delaying the process. Also at the Kaleo Old Market polling station in the Upper West region, voting had not started as at 8:50 a.m. when our election volunteer visited the station. This and other observations have been shared with the Director of Operations, that is the Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations, Mr. Samuel Tete. I have personally sent him some of this observation through a WhatsApp conversation. We appeal to the Electoral Commission to quickly address these challenges to ensure the smooth running of the elections and a peaceful process. Yesterday, the Media Coalition Ghana, made up of the Ghana Journalists Association, that's GJA, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, GIBA, private newspapers and online news publishers Association of Ghana, PRIMPAG, and New Media Association of Ghana, NMAC, issued a press statement calling on the Electoral Commission to rescind its decision to give accreditation to selected media houses to cover proceedings at the National Coalition Center. We have expressed concern that the decision of the EC will greatly affect the integrity of the elections due to the absence of a fair and transparent methodology of selecting media houses for covering proceedings at the National Coalition Center. We have also expressed concern that the decision of the EC may fuel the phenomena of misinformation and disinformation, something this coalition is trying very hard to curb during this sensitive period. Unfortunately, the EC did not heed to our call and has gone ahead to implement its selective agenda. Colleagues, we wish to emphasize the submission we made in our press statement yesterday that the EC did not consult the Media Coalition Ghana, either collectively or individually, in arriving at its decision. And since it has gone ahead to implement its decision, we have no choice than to demand the following. 1. The EC must disclose the list of media houses it has granted accreditation to cover proceedings at the National Coalition Center in the interest of transparency. 2. The EC must disclose the methodology used to select media houses to cover proceedings at the National Coalition Center. If for nothing at all, there should be equity, and we will make sure that there is equity. Colleagues, in as much as we have admonished our members to be professional in the discharge of their duties, I entirely advise them to refrain from misinformation and disinformation. We fear the decision taken by the EC may dissipate our efforts and gains, as it may stoke the fire of those undesirable phenomena. We remain committed to the promotion of successful elections, but never to the promotion of disgraceful actions that may divert the cause to that end. And when that happens, please ask the EC for answers. National Media Coalition Center. Colleagues, as the GJA indicated in our press conference, the GJA has deployed election volunteers in all the 276 constituencies across the country to collect and collate results of the December 7 elections. In that regard, we are setting up a platform, and I can say that we've already set up the platform to project provisional and certified results of the elections on giant monitors mounted at the press center for the benefit of the media, political actors, and the general public. After the press conference, we will take you round to see the platform we are building as evidence of what we are doing. Under the project, the GJA election volunteers will also observe the general conduct of the elections and particularly report challenges media practitioners may face in the field to the leadership of the association for quick resolution. The GJA has also set up a 7-member election monitoring team across the country to compile a comprehensive report on the outcome of the elections. And we are saying that this National Media Coalition, named GJA KGL National Media Coalition Center, by itself explains or tells us that it is financed, is fully sponsored by KGL Foundation. Unto clap. This morning, they are with us, every represented by their CEO, that's the group executive chairman, and a senior management member. And I hope they will be addressing us after I am done speaking. Colleagues, the GJA has designated here the Gifty Afeni Dazi Conference Hall, this very conference hall, at the press center as a prime location for the organization of press conferences on election-related matters by all political actors. We believe the location of the press center offers a central point and great convenience at low cost to all the political actors and the media for interaction on election-related matters. And the emphasis is on election-related matters. The GJA has engaged extensively with the key political parties and media management about this initiative. Colleagues, the GJA has so far received 9,009 media accreditation tax from the Electoral Commission, including reprinted tax as of Thursday, December 5th, 2024, for distribution to media practitioners covering the elections. And take note of the figures so that nobody will come with any figure. This is what we have received. 9,009 as of Thursday, December 5th, 2024, for distribution to media practitioners covering the elections across the country. And foreign media, yes, and including foreign media. The number includes 100 foreign journalists. We urge media practitioners to endeavor to promote peace in all aspects of their work during the electioneering. We wish to advise media practitioners to put the interests of the nation first in all circumstances as they cover the elections. Media practitioners must be circumspect and avoid pitfalls that may expose them to harm of any kind. However, they must be bold and remain resolute in the discharge of their duties in order to protect and project the sovereign will of the good people of this country. So far, no casualties recorded, even though we are taking some information, unconfirmed information, about some few, should I say, attack? Yes, on the media, yet to confirm. And once we confirm, we will bring it before the media and the public attention. Colleagues, as we go into the elections, we urge media owners and managers to equip their staff covering the elections with adequate tools and necessities, including food and means of transportation, so that they are not led into compromises that may undermine their independence and vigilance. We applaud the media for a good job done on the special voting day last Monday and Thursday. So there are 2 days. So we applaud the media for a good job done on the special voting days last Monday and Thursday, particularly the vigilance they exhibited at Ayawaso West Wogan to lay bare evidence of the disturbing incidents that occurred in the constituency during voting. We call on all political actors and the general public to support the media in the discharge of their duties and to avoid attacking media practitioners. We particularly call on the Ghana Police Service to protect media practitioners covering the elections to enable them discharge their duties effectively and efficiently. Media practitioners who may come into arms, and I repeat, media practitioners who may come into arms where in the line of duty means if you come under threat or you find yourself in any danger in the line of duty, and the emphasis is on in the line of duty, may contact the following emergency numbers, hotlines. Immediately you come under threat or you face any danger. 025 662 2583. And I repeat, 025 662 2583. And the second one is 050 357 7215. I repeat, 050 357 7215. These are the GJA hotlines. For support, whenever you find yourself in any distress situation, feel free to call the number. The GJA welcomes foreign journalists who have arrived in Ghana to cover the elections and those who are watching from afar, assuring them of our instant and constant support. We invite the foreign journalists to visit the press center located on the Gamal Abdul Nasser Avenue in Accra for information and informalities. This is the doing of the Lord and by the support of Mr. Alice Kadi, the visionary executive chairman. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all for your audience. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make it and strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the president of the Ghana Journalists Association delivering the statement on behalf of the media coalition. And he has now let the cat out of the bag. The reason why Mr. Alexander is with us here this morning. And we've been told that it is all because of the kind support he and his organization is giving to us. But Mr. Alexander is not here alone. He's also here with some senior officials of KGF Group. We have in our midst Mr. Seyram Luchuka, and Seyram is the group head of public relations and corporate affairs at KGF Group. And then we also have Ni Sape and Kunu, and Ni is also the program lead at the KGF Group. And I'll be inviting Mr. Dade to come and share a few thoughts with us. But before I do that, let me quickly run us through the project we are running, the National Media Coalition Center project, which KGL is supporting us to do. And in the past, there have been occasions when the press center had hosted election activities where the media will converge here to monitor the elections across the country. We have even had instances where the EC will come and do their press briefings here. But this project is quite unique and more expansive than what we had been doing in the past. This time around, and for the first time, the GJA has deployed 276 election volunteers across all the constituencies to monitor the elections that is ongoing. And so far, our volunteers are on the ground and they've been feeding us with information, what is happening and everything. So what they are doing is that they are observing what is happening and they are sending us critical information. Our interest is that we want to support very credible, the conduct of very credible elections. So when they feed us with the information they pick from the ground, then we will in turn engage the duty bearers. Okay, you heard President talk about how he had relayed information to the Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations. Okay, so that is what we are doing. So we get the information, we pass it on. And if it is something to do with security, okay, we pass it on to the security agencies to address. So that at the end of the day, we are helping to promote a very peaceful election this year. But we also have an interest. Okay, our interest is how the media are going to work in the field without any let or hindrance. So, for example, if a media person comes under attack, or somebody is trying to restrict you from doing your work, or anything that affects the work we are doing, we are using this project to get the information across to the national leadership, and then we will quickly find solutions to that challenge that the media may be facing on the ground. Then, as President said, we have set this very hall, the Emergency conference hall, for press conferences and by all political artists. So whosoever may will should come, and we will host the person to engage with the people through the media. So this is basically what the project is all about. And I must let you know that we will be coming to you every now and then as our partners come along to want to share some thoughts with you. Let me tell you beforehand that the president of the Federation of African Journalists, Mr. Omar Farouk, is in town. He is one of the AU observers in town. This evening, he will be coming here to address a press conference to speak to how we expect the foreign media to work as they also cover the election. So we will be calling on you once again to come this evening. But for now, I have the singular honor to invite Mr. Alex Dade, the group executive chairman of KGL Group, to come and share some few thoughts with us. We will welcome him to the room.
Thank you. I'm going to be very brief because I haven't actually written a speech I was supposed to pass through here. And I think the head of the KGL Foundation will probably go and do the speech. A couple of things I want to say. We have a special interest in the Ghana Journalists Association. I can see most of the media houses here. We have the commercial interest in the media, and that's why we keep on supporting the Journalists Association. Also, the representatives of corporate Ghana, in our collaboration with GJA. The election is very important to us. Why is it very important to us? It's just, I call it, today is just a process. The biggest stakeholders in this process is corporate Ghana, the private sector. What do? We create the wealth of the country. We want to ensure that Monday the workers come to work. We want to ensure that wealth is created. Sometimes we get, we misplace, we carry this notion that we want to fight over electing leaders. And what do you do on Monday? Are you going to follow the leaders to their political destinations? No, you're going to come to work. And we expect you to be there. So we would encourage people to go about this process peacefully. Because on Monday, you're not going to go to an MPP office for your salary. You're not going to go to an NDC office for your salary. You're going to come to the likes of KGL, you're going to go to corporate Ghana, the private sector, for your salary. So there's no point in fighting anyone today. If you fought them, right, you're not going to turn up for work, and you're not going to get paid. So I want to encourage you that from the private sector, the interest we have is a very peaceful election. We want to carry Ghana forward. We are there to work with the winning party, and we will always be there to support GJA to articulate the message that corporate Ghana, the private sector, is looking at this, and we have invested so much in with our stakeholders in Ghana. So we need a very, very peaceful election so that on Monday we can all go to work happily. I thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity and for all the media houses, and we hope that we'll continue to work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tati. The theme of his brief message is that we should all have to contribute towards a peaceful election, because that is what we need for a living, and not just following one political party or the other. I think, as we all know the practice to be at press conferences like this, and we open the floor for questions and answers. So, before we do the Q&A, I would want to invite Ms. Ape to come and deliver a message on behalf of KGA. Shall we give Ms. Ape a round of applause?
Good afternoon, President of the Ghana Association, Ghana Journalists Association, Albert, partner for distinguished media, practitioners, esteemed journalists, ladies and gentlemen. I bring greetings from the board and management of the KGL Group and the KGL Foundation, whose Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Elliot Dade, is not present here today due to circumstances beyond his control. It is an honor to stand before you today to reaffirm the Foundation's unwavering commitment to promoting peace, unity, and credible journalism in Ghana through our enduring partnership with the Ghana Journalists Association. The media's role in shaping Ghana's trajectory cannot be overstated, especially as we approach another critical election. Elections are the cornerstone of our democracy, and the media serves as its lifeline, informing citizens, fostering dialogue, and holding power to account. As such, a pivotal juncture, the integrity of the media is paramount. On behalf of all Ghanaians, we urge journalists to uphold the highest standard of truth, impartiality, and professionalism. In an era rife with misinformation and partisan pressures, the media must resist external influences that threaten to undermine national peace and unity. Truth is not merely a principle, it is a foundation upon which democracy thrives and the nation flourishes. Beyond our efforts in media advocacy and youth entrepreneurship, the KGL Foundation takes immense pride in the transformative initiatives we champion A key testament of our support has been our consistency in partnering the GJA on major activities over the past 3 years, including the mega GJA at 75 celebrations. We have also supported a number of grassroots organizations to organize community-led initiatives that promote transparent, peaceful, free and fair elections, and communities where these initiatives have been organized have been previously identified as hotspots for election-related violence, typically, and one example being Ododio constituency. The Foundation also continues to make key strides under its thematic areas of health, sports, education, arts and culture, youth empowerment, and youth entrepreneurship. To ensure that corporate Ghana is not left out in the call for peaceful elections, the KJO Foundation deemed it appropriate and is proud to partner with the GJA in ensuring that seamless media engagement with the media as election results are announced across the country. We believe that a National Media Coalition for Peace and Credible Journalism stands as a testament to the media's collective strength and responsibility in safeguarding our democracy. This is a bold step towards fostering the culture of responsible reporting that prioritizes the nation's welfare above individual or political interests. The KJO Foundation is proud to support this initiative and will continue to champion this purpose to ensure that every Ghanaian has the opportunity to be the architect of their own dreams. History reminds us that irresponsible journalism can incite division, disrupt peace, and endanger lives. Conversely, credible journalism promotes informed decision-making, unites communities, and builds trust in national systems. The media's role is not just to report the news, but to protect the truth and, by extension, the peace and security of our nation. As we look to the future, let's all, as media practitioners, corporate organizations, and civil society, commit to creating a landscape where peace and credible journalism are not just ideas, but daily realities. Together, we can safeguard Ghana's democracy, promote lives, protect lives, and secure our collective future. On behalf of Mr. Elliot Dade, who is the Foundation CEO, I want to thank you all for making it here today.
Thank you very much, Lee. There's an observation I made when Mr. Dade was speaking. I don't know whether you also did. As he was speaking, the lights came on. May he continue to give the GJA lights so that they can achieve the visions we have set for ourselves. So now we are opening the floor for Q&A. Please, if you have a question, you need clarification, kindly come forward here, identify yourself by name and media house, and ask your question. Please, let's go direct. Let's avoid long preambles so that we can take as many questions as possible. Thank you very much. Anybody? Or you are clear? Okay. Come forward. People, come forward. Okay. If there are no questions, please come. Please identify yourself by name and media house. Yeah.
So my name is Elvis Ando.
Come here.
My name is Elvis Ando with Asasi Radio. My question is that the GJA president has given us the number that we should call if we feel we are being attacked at the various polling centers or wherever we find ourselves. What kind of assistance would be provided to the journalists when that call is made? That is my first question. My second question has to do with the fact that if the Electoral Commission decides not to heed to your call by giving the criteria that was used in selecting the various media houses to be present at the headquarters, what will then be the action of the coalition? Thank you.
Any more question? Any more questions? So the leadership of the media coalition will address them. Okay. Okay. So with regards to the Electoral Commission, I must say that the media coalition have had very cordial relations with the Electoral Commission. Under normal circumstances, they should be issuing media accreditation, and you will notice that they channeled everything through the GJA. So that tells you the cordiality with which we have worked with them. So it's been very smooth, but on this particular issue, there hadn't been a discussion or consultation, which had always attended the engagement we had with the GC. And we are thinking that in order not to leave people out, we want to know, okay, these are the, so as I stand here, if you ask me about which media houses have been accredited to cover the National Coalition Center, I don't know. Okay, but in the interest of transparency, we think even if they have gone ahead with the decision, they should let us know. And then they should let us know that, okay, because of reason ABC, we selected this media house and left out this media house, so that we are killing suspicion, we are killing apprehension and doubts in the minds of people that maybe there's a certain agenda. That is why one media house was selected and another media house was not selected. So all we are asking for is for, at this point, when the decision has been implemented, all we are asking for is for the EC to come out and tell us about what they have done. Al Jazeera called me. They were looking at how best they could cover all the levels of the elections, and I had to explain to them they were not happy. I don't know what went into the selection of even the foreign media. So this is our call, and as President said, our way forward is very simple. If there's anything untoward, let us go and ask the Electoral Commission questions. Okay, but we are praying and hoping, and we are still urging our members to avoid misinformation and disinformation. So, for instance, this morning, myself and the Public Affairs Officer, we have addressed our election volunteers. So we were getting reports like reports say, and we said, no, let us bear witness to the things we have seen. Okay, if you were not at the scene and you have heard the report, verify. Otherwise, we are not interested in reports when we did not witness it and we haven't verified them, because we are interested in curbing misinformation and disinformation. So the short answer to your question is that whatever happens going forward, we should expect the Electoral Commission to provide the answers. Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Yeah. My name is Timothy. No, it's not a question. I just, for some of us, for the purpose of our viewers, listeners, if you can summarize it brief for us.
We'll do that.
Yes.
We'll do that.
After the question.
So the second question, when journalists are attacked and they call the number, just as President indicated, he receives report and he relays it to the appropriate office. So when a journalist is attacked, what we will quickly do is to get to the bottom of the attack and find solution. So if it's a matter of getting the police to act, we are doing so. But one thing I will quickly add is that in such instances, we should always do well to preserve evidence, because when you want to take any action, especially in such attacks, evidence is the name of the game. If you want to go to court and you don't have evidence, you have no case. So we should do well to preserve evidence first and foremost. Then we can come in to take the necessary action. If you've been following us lately, we have been pushing for such cases to go to court. We have taken very drastic actions. We have boycotted some MPs in such attacks and instances. So once it happens, we are not praying it should happen, but if it happens, we'll take the appropriate steps to address it. Please. Okay.
My name is Jerina Jifafi from Mars TV and then Japoma Radio. Okay, my question is, when you were talking, actually, you said we have a strong room here, and that's a Ghana Journalists Association's coalition center, right? So some of us have been there, but I want to ask, what if the results you guys produce over here compared to that of the EC is not the same? What are you going to do about it? Thank you. And please, the last one is, some of us haven't been there. After the conference, can we have access to the place? Thank you.
Please, any other question?
Emmanuel. Okay.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Emmanuel from ITV Nigeria. I'm here with respect to this election. I'm personally not happy. I'm not satisfied with what is going on. It has never been done. It's unheard of that some very few selected people are being taken inside, while we, who are, I don't know the mode of selection. And so I want to join my other colleagues to say that the Ghana Journalists Association to boycott this election by way of everybody, that no journalist should cover whatever they are doing. That way they will know that we are serious. Because if we give them the opportunity to come and start dialoguing, it will look as if they are the one that is having an upper hand. But for us, I feel that is the only tool that we have as an association to be able to deal with these kind of issues. So if we don't do that, they will not take us seriously. So I want to urge, beg Mr. President, that a circular should be issued to that effect. Let them know that we are not covering this election as far as we are concerned, because, or they will tell us, why don't they move since the coalition center is close to here, why don't they move it to this place? Because from what I saw, that place, there is no space there. And as far as they don't have enough space to take so many people, they can move it here and walk back to them and bring the press. But if they cannot, our advice or our canvas for that we should, as a body, boycott this election.
Okay, so President will respond to the questions and submissions.
And I think, I hope that this will bring the press up to an end. And because we have other equally important commitment or assignment. Okay, thank you so much. The first question about the result, and that if we happen to, first of all, we are not calling or declaring results. There's always been a conflict between calling and declaring of results. We are projecting, and we have indicated here that what we are going to project will be the provisional and satisfied. Now, this one is this. If you are here from 5 o'clock or after 5 o'clock, you will see how we are going to go about it. Unlike, we have in the past observed that usually during this period, you find some station projecting different results, different should I say percentages and all that, and that actually informs the public about who is winning or who is leading. We don't want, in order to curb that from happening. That is why we set up the GJA National Media Coalition Center as a point of reference. Now, with what the stations, our stations or constituents are being projected, usually they project the figures without indicating whether it's provisional or satisfying. Now, we are saying that we have 276 volunteers at all the 276 constituencies. During the declaration of the result by the EC returning officers at the constituency level, the volunteers will give us the declared results. So when they give us the declared result, I said when we see the declared result, we project it as provisional. Now, when we receive the signed, what we call a big sheet or whatever, the collated result, signed by the EC returning officer and all the party agents, which we have given them medium platform to send out. So one, the declared result is provisional. So once we get those results, then we will project it as satisfied. So if there is discrepancy, you see. And I can tell you that once we do this and we do it diligently, I don't see a reason EC's result will not tally with ours. One, because the EC result, let's be very careful. We forgot to inform you that aside the 276 volunteers, we also have 16 regional coordinators accredited by the EC as regional observers. And these regional coordinators observers are our regional chairs. The chairpersons of the various regions represent the GJA, that is GJA chairpersons in the regions. They are the regional coordinators. They will also furnish us with the satisfied result from the regional coalition center. And remember, in the strong room, which has been diversified now, and now called the National Coalition Room at the EC's office, the result they are going to project, even at the EC's office, when the result comes, they project it as provisional first, to get all the parties there to agree that this is exactly what your agent signed before the EC will move it to the satisfied side. So when you go, those of you who have been to the National Coalition, you will see it. There are two projectors. So one is provisional, one is certified. And the EC's result, will be borne out from the constituency collated result at the regions. So EC is going to fall on the regional collated results. So what the EC will be projecting should it be different from what we project. That is, if we do our work diligently, and it is our duty and responsibility to inform credibly. We want to avoid misinformation, disinformation, and that is why when you see the branded, you see credible election reporting. This is what we are encouraging. So we cannot preach virtues and practice otherwise. And so what we are preaching, we want to show the way and let our people know that the media is also capable. Because once we get it, the EC get it right. And anybody, if there's any what we call fallout from the election with regards to maybe concern raised by any of the parties, at least we have reference. They have reference point. They have figures. They can corroborate and be sure that yes. So let's just go out there. Also make sure that we credibly inform. Let's go and ensure credible election reporting and promote peace in the discharge of your work. God bless us all.
The last comment by Emmanuel, you want that?
Yeah, Ima. Thank you, Ima. You see, everyone who knows the current leadership of the media coalition, even as well as the GJA, who know that we've been very proactive, and in the past, these are measures and decisions we have taken even against certain or some prominent individuals, Minister of State, including the Minister of State, even MPs in that regard. This is our constitutional role, to inform and educate, especially during this period. It's very crucial. We cannot lay down our tools and pens just because the EC is doing something wrong. We will fail the good people of this country if we take this decision. We are there to represent the eyes, the ears, and the mouth of the people. And so, no matter what the EC does, as you said, we have to commend them in some way that when they initially wanted to restrict the media or limit us, through deliberation and engagement, we were able to resolve and come back to what we call for the unfettered access. And so, if we have unfettered access, at the polling stations, collation center, that is the constituency collation center, as well as the regional collation center, that is enough. Because the result the EC is going to even collate or project or announce or declare at the national collation center is coming from these two centers. And for that matter, once we have that and inform the public about that, there's nothing the EC can do. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. President. And when Mr. President said we cannot preach virtues and practice otherwise, I nearly shouted hallelujah. Okay, thank you very much. And all too soon, we have come to the end of the press conference. May I take the opportunity once again to thank members of the high table, especially Mr. Alex Tade, the group executive chairman of GJA Group, and also all the leaders of the media coalition Ghana. I will also want to thank most especially you guys for making time to come around. And because of your commitment, the President has asked me to tell you that at 5 p.m. we have another presser with the President of the Federation of African Journalists. And after that presser, there will be barbecues, there will be drinks, there will be chewables and other things. So please, don't miss out. Don't come this morning and miss out the chop in the evening. Babu for no work, for more people to chop. Okay, so we want to thank you very much. And if before 5 p.m. there's a need to invite you again here, we'll do so, please. So keep your ears on the ground for our call. Thank you very much for coming. May God richly bless us all.
Okay, so we just finished the conference held right here at the Ghana Journalist Center here. That's the press center to be precise. And you spoke a lot over here, but about the strong room, I want you to tell us more about the strong room.
So the nature of the strong room is that we receive reports from our election volunteers in the field.
Okay.
And we have volunteers in all the 276 constituencies across the country. So when they send reports, then the strong room will receive the reports. We will vet them before we project them on the monitors we have mounted outside. So when the reports come, whether it is in the form of video or text or in whatever form, we want to verify. We want to ensure that the information sent to us is a credible information before we will then project the information.
Okay, but during the conference, we had one of our foreign journalists here from Nigeria, ITV in Nigeria to be precise, and he was talking so bitterly, yes, about not being allowed to enter certain polling stations, and then the restrictions are very high over there, and the delay in proceeding with our voting exercise. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you have to say in terms of
Yeah, so we are monitoring, we are picking all these reports, and we'll be relaying them to the Electoral Commission to address, because the nature of the arrangement is said that no media person should be restricted at the polling station, at the constituency collation center, and at the regional collation center. The only place the Electoral Commission has imposed restriction is the National Collation Center. So whether you are a local media person or a foreign media person, you are supposed to be given access to the polling stations and the other collation centers to do your work.
Okay. So he also went further to state it's very clearly that he wish and he wants the Ghana Journalists Association, our president in person, to boycott the coverage.
Yeah,
yes.
I think
of all media houses. Do you have something to say about that?
I think the president gave a perfect answer. You can't boycott such an important exercise like this. You know, as they say in our local proverb, you do not throw the baby away with the bathwater. Yeah. What we are doing is that even as we are working, okay, we will express any concern we have. So we are not going to keep quiet over issues. When the issues come, we will address them. But then we will still go ahead to discharge our constitutional mandate. So boycott is not an option at all.
Okay. So thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Right, okay. So when you are done, send me the...
Sure. That is a quick brief right now on election report.